I actually feel like it's funnier because it's such a specific sense of humor that there's so many jokes and things like that I feel like people might not understand in the movie. But if you understand Tim's sense of humor, it's exactly who he is as an individual.
It's scary and thrilling. You want to do it justice, you know. Tim and Michael talk a lot about wanting to do the whole movie justice, and don't, you know, just because some people are asking you to do another movie based, you know, a sequel or whatever, doesn't mean you should. Something should be left well enough alone. But so you want to do it right, and then Tim did come up with a way to do it. And I think working with Jenna on Wednesday really kind of unlocked the door that he needed, because he had a lot of ideas, but it just kind of put them all together, working with Jenna. So that was serendipitous. And then, and I happened to watch, the movie was on TV right before I left for London to shoot. I was planning to look for it, but I didn't, and then it came on TV, and that really helped. Just kind of, you know, I just wanted to do the movie justice, but do my character justice and be her this many years later. And we all just kind of eased into it together, or jumped in, I guess is more like it.
Yes.
It's pretty insane. I mean, because you don't think that Beetlejuice is going to come back. I didn't assume that I was going to work with Tim on another job, or, you know, especially not a film and not one like this. So I was just really surprised and grateful that he even asked me. And then I showed up on the day, and I don't think it ever really hit. It never really hit. And then I did this, I mean, I felt like I was watching you guys, you know, because to see these characters come back to life, and, you know, Michael jumped right back into it. Yeah. Winona did as well. Suddenly she had the bangs. You had the waddle down perfectly, swinging your arm. You know, it just was like I had to remind myself to be in it, because I was just so fascinated by everything that was going on around me. I'd never seen anything like it before.
Oh, I wish the camera would just stay on each of those dead things in the afterlife room, because it's the work, the prosthetic work, the puppetry. I mean, there were people under the couch working bodies from underneath, and it was just wild. Was it wildly beautiful? Just the artistry in every detail. You just want the camera to just linger slowly on all of them.
Yeah, it's definitely a world that inspires so many different artists. I feel like all those details that people will never see. It was the incredible teams that we had working on things, thinking like, oh, what would be funny, you know? Down to stamps, you know, like people had weird, interesting stamps, or like skeletons in the background moving and talking, and you know, there were so many creative deaths that nobody ever saw. There was like a figure skater who was sliced in half by her own shoe, you know, like things like that.
Really,
there was this guy in a Speedo who drowned and had a table of ice around him with a thin ice sign sticking out of it.
Thin ice, warning, thin ice.
Yeah, you would never, I mean, it's just so special.
But Warner Bros. Has made quite a few great behind-the-scenes films. Like, there's a great one I saw about the Shrinkers and how they did that. And these guys inside the shirts who couldn't see. And so I would look for those too, to really see a lot of the beautiful work that you don't get to focus on in the movie. Because the actors are talking.